So, hey guys, Chaucer here, and this is my accessible teams for Treasure Map Jinbe, and by accessible I mean I'm not going to spam a lot of the latest batch units that you have to use scams to get, but I'm not going to go fully free-to-play either. Like, free-to-play is the basis, but I will show some commonly available mainly supports that you can put in to make your life easier, so hopefully this will be helpful for quite a few people. But yeah, let's jump into the teams. And the first team is for Nami. She's the easy boss this time. Starts at 100k HP. All she does is bind the middle row, which can be ignored. I'm using the exact same team as last time. Stage 1 and 2. Super type free-to-play Luffy super type special. Stage 3 and 4, TM Zoro special. And then stage 5, I start with Treasure Map NL. And when NL is too little damage, I'll swap him out and put in the raid Big Mom. And this will last like 200 nav levels, so yeah. And for the filler units, just put in the highest point boosters you aren't using on another team. Yeah, very easy and chill. Moving on to this Brook. Slots are chained to empty, 3 turns of para, 5 turns of lock chain and delay immunity. Also does 20k damage when killed, but that can be safely ignored. Okay, so this shopper is really good. He gives some matching slots, removes all the para, and with this carrot support he also removes 2 turns of the lock chain multiplier. So we only need to remove 3 more, which this Senior Pink can do. So he's a solid option. You can even move him here if you want more matching slots. Like if you don't have the V1 Akainu, who gives a full board of strength orbs, you can do something like that. Like you will get some orbs from Lucci special. He changes them to strength quick int. So you can use his special first. Then you can use Shopper to guarantee strength orbs around you. Senior Pink gives another strength orb, so that guarantees quite a few strength orbs. So yeah, basically Shopper handles the attack buff, Ace handles the orb boost, Lucci handles color affinity, and then I just put the filler chain locker in. Like, you aren't supposed to use all specials from the beginning, but it's more like you can add them as you need to do more damage. But yeah, that's the idea for Brook. Moving on to Shopper, and I haven't mentioned it yet, but of course you should run any ship for everything. And it should really help the CD. Like, I am presuming most specials will be ready final stage. I have honestly not checked it too much in detail yet. These are mostly like ideas for you to get some inspiration from, but I'm assuming most units should really be ready for final stage. Okay, moving on to this Shopper. And yeah, this stage was designed for this Nami Sanji. The problem is that for this treasure map, they are only a 1.1 times point booster. I have no idea what Bandai is thinking about that. It's so dumb. So I tried to make a team without them that is pretty accessible. But if you like some of the units here, you can just put in the Nami and Sanji and just eat the point loss. See, here you get unfavorable slots. So with Mono Int, you get a full board of Mono Sai, you get a full board of int orbs. Then you get stunned. And you get special binded. And Brook as Cap handles 2 of these. And this, for the stun, I have this pudding. So we're doing the Garp Challenge Endless strat of pudding final turn. I just realized that there's one support you can consider too. This guy, the Tesoro. So if you run a mono int side team, you get final stage, all int orbs change to side. So that's something you can also consider. I just realized that actually. But of course, Brook is not a bad option anyway. Like 3 times attack, that's fine. You have to use Free Spirit though, but there's a lot of good options boosted. Like Sanji isn't boosted, so you start a chain with him, and he gives a chain lock. This Viola, rare recruit, but she's been out for a while, gives Ore boost, Weaver does attack boost, and then of course Shaba does color affinities. That's all boosts covered, so that's just an idea what you could do, possibly. And yeah, for this carrot I have my only legend here, which is Capone. He's available for 50 medals in the medal shop. That's 5 multis. Like, if you don't have him, you really should get him. He's worth it. He has a very unique special. And you don't have to use him as captain otherwise. He can use his special well as a sub too. So, yeah, there's no doubt about it. Get him if you don't have him. But yeah, for this you get unfavorable slot change. So int units get turned into Psi. And Capone captain ability makes Psi slots beneficial, so you don't have to care about that. Attack down is removed by this Usopp, then it's just Rainbow Shield to consider. And Kiku removes that, and she also gives an Ore boost. Carrot doesn't resist delay, so Usopp gives a delay conditional by 1.75 times. This Magellan can delay, so you can get the delay damage conditional. And then for fillers, we have the Nami, color affinity, and we have this Legend Sanji, which you could use to get an Ore boost, and Capone does the attack boost. So yeah, all buffs if possible, but of course, you shouldn't use all buffs right away. Like, you just add them as you need them. For Jinbe, this is with Luffy Sanji Frank Captain. With this team, you should swap Luffy Sanji stage 1. Then when you get to stage 4, you get a full board of block orbs, 2 turns of para, 5 turns attack down. So the block orbs is solved by swapping Luffy Sanji and using their specials. You also get an attack boost from that. And we're assuming that that attack boost will carry us throughout the stage. Now we just have attack down and para left. Nami. She reduces 3 turns of attack down and para. So the para is gone. We need to remove 2 more turns of attack down, which this carrot does with the Pedro support. So that's that stage covered. And you want to hit with Nami and carrot last this stage. Then moving on to the final stage. We get 4 turns of bind, 3 turns of decrease chain, and 5 turns of def up. And yeah, carrot and law together gives you a full board of matching orbs. Both of them remove bind, so the bind is gone. Log is a chain boost, while carrot gives an ore boost. This Inu removes the decrease chain, also gives an attack up. And then we have Jinbe that gives a color affinity and sets def to 0, so that everything's handled. He's a 3 times captain for strength and psi, so that's solid. So yeah, this was a pretty hard one to team build for. These are just some ideas, but if you have some of the newer units, you should definitely ignore this. Like, some of the units might be good if you have to, but as always, you should try for these battles to go for 1.35 times boosters, and as you see, this doesn't have many of them. It's just a hard fight to team build for. Intrusion. The idea with this team is that all units will have max specials after the preemptive. The preemptive changes slots to empty, and that's it. Basically, you can ignore the burn and delay immunity. And yeah, for the empty slots, we're using this Pedro. And we're also using this Kiku for an ore boost and Chopper for an attack boost. That's the idea for the second stage. That will last a long time. Then we move on to the final stage. And we get the Spear. We can only use 3 specials and 5 turns of damage threshold. And yeah, the Spear is handled by the Conjurer support. Really good. Definitely try and max him as soon as you can. Useful on a lot of relevant units. So then we have 3 specials to use. This is with Sweet Commander's friend captain, by the way. Sweet Commander is super good for this. First we use Brook 1 time. We use Brook 1 time and remove 3 turns of the damage threshold. Then we use Carrot and we remove the remaining turn, and we get an Orb Boost, an Orb Manip, and then we use the Sweet Commander special, and together with Vivi support on Chopper, all the strength orbs will have a matching slot, and we'll have an Orb Boost, Chain Boost, Attack Boost, and Color Affinity. So, very easy team. But yeah, these are my suggestions for teams. Definitely do not copy them. Consider the units you have. These are just meant to be a bit of an inspiration for you and your team build. And there's a lot of people doing good wits like this, so check them out too. But yeah, I'll be back later today with my own teams, so look forward to that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.